Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Megan, and I'm here with a book haul. Something new, something exciting, and I can't wait to share the books that I just purchased with all of you. That kind of rhymed. So the last Saturday in April is Canadian Independent Bookstore Day, and I took advantage of that and went to a few bookstores in Ontario, where I live. We went to 7 bookstores, 3 in St. Catharines, 1 in Niagara on the Lake, 2 in Fort Erie, and 1 in Port Colborne, and I've never really been to any of these places before, so it was a lot of fun, and it was a great adventure. So let's dive right into all the books I got. I should have unstacked them before I did this, because now they're... I gotta... Okay. They fell anyway. It's fine. Woo! Okay, so... Alright, so the first bookstore we went to was called Thistle Bookshop and Cafe, which is in St. Catharines. And the book I bought there was The Daughter Dr Morrow. Yes. The word of is here. The Daughter of Dr Morrow by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I am slowly collecting all of her books. I'm sad that this is a hardcover though. All of the books that I own from her right now are all like those really small flimsy paperbacks. So this is now the first hardcover that I own. I believe this one came out this year, I think. Oh, this has a list of her books. Great, because I don't know which ones I own. Oh, 2022. This one came out last year. I feel like she has one coming out this year, or already did have one coming out this year. But, so this is this book. I'm really excited to get to it at some point. I love all of her books, so I am excited about that. So the next bookstore we went to was called Someday Books, which is also in St. Catharines, where I picked up 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. This book. So this is on my classic reads project, whatever you want to call it. I've been reading a lot of classics recently. If you follow me on mostly Instagram, that's where I've been posting everything. This will be my next read. I've read another book by this author. Here it is. Love in the Time of Cholera. It's a disease. That's all I know. I don't know how to pronounce it. I didn't like that book that much, so I'm hoping this one will be better. I think this is his most popular book. So I'm really looking forward to this and really hoping that I like it. So we'll find out when I read it. I think I'm going to be starting this next week, so very excited. Then the next bookstore we went to was called The Right Bookshop, which was also in St. Catharines, where I got the Canterbury Tales by Chaucer. So me and my friend were actually going through this when I was looking for it, and this is written in like very old English. I'm going to have a lot of fun reading this when I get to it. This is also on my classics reads. I'm not going to get to this for a few books, but yeah, it's going to be a fun read. But we'll see how it goes. That's all I have to say about this one. I do have to say though, the bookstore, so the first bookstore, Thistle Bookstore, they have a very cute aesthetic, and like it was poppin' when we went. I really, really enjoyed that. Definitely highly recommend that one. Someday Books was nice, quiet, clean, fresh. I liked the way that they have everything set up. It's tucked away in a corner, so I missed it the first time we drove past it, but I still highly recommend that one. The Right Bookshop was a used bookstore. There are books everywhere, and when I say everywhere, I mean up, down, around, below, behind. I'm surprised I even found this, so I also highly recommend that one too. If you're I can't even tell you if you're looking for anything in particular, because I was looking for classic books and I couldn't find what I was looking for because there are just books everywhere. I'm, like I say, surprised I found that one. So then, whoa. The next bookstore we went to was called Old Niagara Bookshop, where I got Brave New World. My books aren't in order. By Aldous. How do you pronounce this? Aldous Huxley. I know how to pronounce it, but it's not coming out of my mouth the way it's supposed to be pronounced. Look at this cover. It's so creepy. Look at those babies. I read this in high school. It was creepy then. I'm excited to reread it because I'm curious to know what my thoughts would be now that I'm not a teenager anymore. Also, this is on my classic list to read coming up shortly, and I am very excited about this. As for the old Niagara Bookshop, that is in Niagara on the Lake. It is right off the strip, the main strip, which I didn't even know how close it was to the main strip. I've been to the main strip quite a few times, and I think I've been to that bookstore once when we went years ago. And it's a very quaint store. It's very quiet. It has a lot of history on Canada and Ontario, which is really interesting if you're into that kind of stuff. And a lot of classic books are there. So, I'd recommend that one. I mean, I'd recommend all the bookstores. Just go to all of them. The next bookstore we went to was Bridgeberg Books, which was in Fort Erie. This was another bookstore that had books everywhere, but I appreciated, where I found most of my books was the basement, because the basement everything is in alphabetical order, so it was really easy if like you came in with a list like I did, to find books that you were looking for, because all you have to do is obviously look under the last name and see if it's there. So I ended up with 4 books from this bookshop. So my first one was, I picked up Duma Key by Stephen King. I've read this book already, but this is for my Stephen King project when I get to it. I mean, Duma Key I think was published in like 2009. So I'm still in the 80s, the very early 80s. So 2008, that was close enough. I'm still in the very early 80s, so this is not going to be read for quite a while. But the next book that I bought was The Tommyknockers, also by Stephen King, which I will be getting to 1987. Okay, so I'll be getting to it sooner rather than later because it's part of the 80s. So, I haven't read this one, so I don't know anything about this one, so shh, don't tell me because I want to go in surprise. No, it's okay. You can say in the comments. I don't care. Just don't spoil it. The condition of this isn't the greatest. Oh, you can't really see it on camera. But, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Ooh, look, the spine hasn't even been cracked, so I will take that. I didn't even notice that until now. Then the next book I picked up was The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. I've seen this book everywhere. I feel like this was on my Goodreads to TBR pile for like the longest time, and then I ended up taking it off because I was like, I'm never going to actually read this book. Well, now I'm actually going to read this book. I don't know anything about it. I just know that it was like a very good, like, people love it. So I'm curious what the hype is about this one. So we'll see. And then the last book that I bought from that bookstore was Wide Sargasso Sea by Jean Riz. Another book for my classics project. I've never heard of this book in my life. So, I'm curious I don't know anything about it. I just know that it's a classic. I only know that it's a classic now because it came up. And I'm like, oh, let me pick it up because it's here and I can knock it off my list. So those were that one. Then the next bookstore we went to was Lakeside Books Art, which it was so cute. It was like a little house. The front you had books and like some kind of kid toys and stuff. The back had more kid toys, and then you had like little trinkets and homemade stuff. And it was just really cute to look at all the stuff that they had. I ended up picking up Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Obviously, this will be for my classic reads, but this book is not coming up anytime soon. But I thought, hey, it's in this cool copy that I've been collecting all of the paper mill press books like this. So I got a few of them now. So I'm really excited to have this one in this cover, and it's like so pink and pretty. I've never read Sense and Sensibility. Nope, I've read 2 Jane Austen books. I've read Pride and Prejudice, I've read that twice, and I've read Emma. I'm looking forward to rereading Emma, but I'm also looking forward to reading this one, so we shall see. And then the last bookstore we went to was called Alphabet Bookshop, which was in Port Colborne, and it was another one of those really small, like a house, books kind of everywhere, but like organized everywhere, and they sold little trinkets and antiques and stuff like that. And that is where I picked up The Arabian Nights, which this copy has illustrations, so I'm excited. This is also one of my next classic reads that I'm going to be getting to, so I am pretty set on my classic reads for the next few months probably, and I'm okay with that because I like knowing that if I have a project, I have all of the books lined up ready for me. So those were the last, I think there's 9 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. There are 10 books. I thought there were 9. There are 10 books. Those were the last 10 books that I purchased. I'm going to leave a link in the description below to my blog post that will have all of the bookstores that I went to and all of their links and where to find them, and so that you guys can check them out. That is all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I completely lost my train of thought. If you've read any of these books, let me know in the comments below, but that is all I have. So give it a like, a thumbs up, do your thing, and I will see you all in my next video. So thanks, and bye guys!